agenda. Let's get our
I
lives
got
together.
an agenda, girl. So I'll kick it off. See, we have so much fun together. We just get going and we get going.
I'm like, that's right. There is structure here. There is
That's
structure
just
here.
right.
I'm being quiet.
Okay, here we go. Welcome back to another episode of MProper Mimi. You got your host, Mimi Jax here. And today I am sitting with my girls. We're about to have a really good time. We've got Caz and Fab Fox from the Caz and Fab show. So ladies, welcome. So glad to have you both here today. Yay.
Hey, family.
So why don't you ladies, why don't we start with tell me what is Caz and Fab and tell me a little bit about yourselves.
What are we?
I'm like, I'm the interrupter in chief. So I was going to give you a moment, but you took a deep breath. So, I will dive right in.
Go ahead, dive in.
So Caz and Fab is a weekly YouTube show that we showcase some Black girl magic. We love on each other. We make space for each other, especially in times like these, and hoping to invite people to come sit with us so that they're not afraid to have tough conversations, to talk about what's on their mind, and just to fellowship and love on each other, because we don't always get that. When you're celebrating Black girl magic, you don't always get loved on by the collective. So it's a reminder to show up for each other and all the rest of the beautiful people who look like us.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
And I love it.
Different topics. I mean, like the new one coming up is about travel.
Ooh,
And tourism
yes.
on Black.
Yes.
So that's another one. We talk about mental health. We talk about parenting. We talk about finances. We talk about religion. We talk about spirituality. Different types of spirituality. Is not always, sometimes it is the crystals and the waist beads and everything else, So we bring different aspects, and we have we bring the guys on there too, because we talk about love and
yes.
I'm the single one.
And the workout.
I'm the single one on the show. So it's a thing with me.
So send all DMs to Fab.
Listen. Please slide carefully. She's waiting for you.
Wee.
We got guys on there too. We have some mixology stuff. So yeah, it's like a smorgasbord.
Yeah.
And but yeah.
You guys, and I love it. So, everyone be sure to follow Caz and Fab over on YouTube, listen to the chats. And, you guys do have great topics and your guests are wonderful and just so knowledgeable too. So I love having fun with you guys and just listening in.
Yeah, one of our favorite guests, Miss Mimi Jax. Yes, it's always such a good kiki. Oh, I love it.
Yeah, we were saying even before we started, we always have a good time when we get together. And, because even sister circles, we're always talking about sister circles, but it's so important really to have people that you can talk to, that you can, that you guys have been through things together and apart. And, the guests that you have come on, like they've gone through different things and achieved different things. So it's just a love fest. Like you say, loving on each other.
You get such a greater appreciation on the outside of COVID, like on the others, because we started during COVID.
Yeah.
And so many of it shifts the conversation in such a way, because so many things that were so important before, you realize, really, do I need all this? Right. Or do I really just need my sister circle? Do I need, just the fact to know that you see me and you love me and you appreciate walking this journey with me? Like, it's a beautiful thing. And then we can kiki about all the other stuff.
Yeah, and you never know who you're going to touch. That was interesting because we're new to this, So we're trying to get followers, trying to get subscribers, people to watch us and everything. And we do have, and we have like my mama tunes in every Sunday. And we have our regulars, but we did an episode on grief. And it was just Caz and I talking about certain things, and we're going into the holidays, and a lot of people have lost people because of COVID and everything.
Yeah.
And one of my old coworkers, because we posted on Instagram, hey, watch the show, blah blah blah, and she saw it, and she watched, and she was like, oh my God, that touched so much, because she was going through a lot in her household. She got COVID, her mom got COVID, and her sister got cancer. So it was a lot of going on. And I didn't, you never know when you put things out who is going to touch.
Because what's the likelihood she would have called you to talk about that otherwise?
I really don't talk to her that much. I don't talk to her. It was, like I said, I used to work with her. So it's like, oh, we know each other on Instagram, you know.
And especially now in this virtual age where a lot of things are hybrid, it's like, yes, we're getting back out into the open, you know, starting to emerge from our, you know, our hibernation of being in quarantine. But I mean, now that we do a lot of things virtually, even on Zoom and in our podcasts and on the video, I mean, we could reach many people. We could reach people in like the UK. We could reach people in Africa. We could reach people in Ohio. So like it just opens up. And I think a lot more is going to open up too. Like, yes, everyone and their mama has a podcast, you know, but there's space for it. There's so many people that are listening to podcasts, either, you know, just around the house or
different needs for different people.
Yeah.
So you never know. Never know. So
exactly.
Do it. Out there, everyone, don't be afraid to do it.
Just do it. Because that's what we all did. Because we talked before about like, how did you get started? How did you get started? Like, we just did it. We just jumped in and we said, we're going to learn how to swim while we're paddling ourselves along, you know?
Yeah, like, and I think we told you, this was the beginning of Caz and Fab. I was working on my reel. So I was like, okay, Caz, we could do like a fake show on my reel. And she was like, why don't we do it for real? And I was like,
really real.
Okay. And we've been going ever since.
Yeah. And I'm really going to be looking forward to that travel episode, because that was another question I had, is like, how do we feel about travel? Like, we're coming up on summer 2021. So it's going to be like,
some people are afraid, very afraid. And some people are like, I don't care. Get me out.
Take me out of this country. I need to get out of my house. I need to get out of the state. I got to go somewhere.
So, you said you went to Florida, and I was like,
yeah, Florida. I know somebody else who went to Florida too. I'm like, oh.
Like you were outside and the sun was shining on you.
Sunshine. Yes.
Your feet in the water.
I think I was more afraid of the rednecks in Florida than I was of COVID.
And rightfully so.
You know,
and rightfully so. And sometimes those things go hand in hand. It's like, yes, let me pass a law that says if your school mandates masks, your parents can decide not to wear them because your body, your choice. And it was like, wait, my body, my choice? How progressive? Oh, wait, you're talking about wearing masks. Okay.
Yeah.
You don't get it, but okay, you get it. But I think it's exciting to think about like being able to travel. And it also, like I said, with everything that's happening, it makes you, you know, shoot your shot in a bigger way. Because it's like before, it's like, well, I don't need to go here and I don't need to do this. And it's like, well, wait a minute. I want to see more of the world. I want to go places and do things and live life, because, you know, the alternative is not awesome.
Yeah. You know, life is short. And I think we all learned that within COVID and in dealing, nothing's guaranteed. People do jobs, whatever. So live your life if you can do it. Find the means.
Yeah.
Join a group.
Yeah.
Join a travel group.
Yeah. I mean, I'm ready. You know, I'm ready. I'm like, ooh, let's put some money down. Let's go on a trip. And I mean, because like, come on, realistically, like, we can't live in fear of this. I mean, we do have to be precautious. We have to take the necessary, you know, precautions. And I think as more of the world gets vaccinated, you know, then, and hopefully it continues to get vaccinations spread across the world, you know, and the proper level of vaccinations in other parts of, you know, the world. But
because some places in the world don't even have that level of access.
No.
Yeah, the level of access. And then, I mean, even look at our vaccines here in the States, they are like ranging between like 70 to 90% accuracy. In other countries, like their vaccines are like 60 to 80%, you know? Yeah. So it's not even the same.
And I think we don't even realize how big a deal that is, because, you know, when was the last time you were like, excuse me, can you tell me what the efficacy of this flu shot is? Is it possible before you give me the shot, you can tell me like ballpark, you know, how successful is it?
Nobody was asking any of these questions about these vaccines, because these vaccines that we've been getting, I think it was 2018 or 2019, I went to go get my yellow fever vaccination. I was just like, yo, when can I get it and how soon? So I got to go. I'm leaving the country. I need it. Right. Exactly. Yeah. I didn't ask these people near a one thing about who makes this vaccine.
Can you tell me a little more about like the studies and the research behind it?
Right.
And it's like, listen, if you ate a bag of chips that says it was genetically modified and you ask me questions about what's in this or what's in that, like so many things nowadays, it's always funny because it's like, you know, I have questions and I don't feel comfortable. And it was like, well, tell me more about what's making you uncomfortable. And then like the reality surrounding it is like, oh, okay, but you're comfortable with, oh okay. All right.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's such a personal thing. So it's also a weird thing when you're thinking about traveling that people, like you were talking, I don't know if we were talking about it before, but about like the man sitting next to you on the train with no mask on. You were like,
It happened to me the other day. I got on a train I sat down and the guy sat next to me had nothing on his face. Everybody else had their mask. They're looking at him, but no one's saying anything.
Don't sit next to me.
Mm-hmm.
So I moved myself this way so I could breathe that way.
Oh my goodness.
He got off like nothing, but yeah, I don't know.
So is it not required on the trains in New York?
It is. The announcement went on when he was there. He didn't pay no mind, and there was no cops, and it was no one there to.
Yeah.
Excuse me. And it's that discomfort about, well, you can do everything you're supposed to do, be completely responsible. And if everybody is not on the same page, it's like, well, I did my best.
Yeah.
So like, what do we do in those situations? Like, so I know like Fab, you were like, oh, let me like adjust myself, you know? But it's like,
nobody said anything to him. And it was kind of a crowded train too. It was a good amount of people. And they just looked, and some of them didn't pay him any mind, and some did look like gave him that look. But he he was on his phone, nothing on, not even a mask pulled down.
Not even, so he didn't have one in sight.
I don't know if he had it on his, but it was no mask, and he was just on his phone. And then he got off when it was.
And he's probably like, I got vaccinated, so I don't care about anybody else anymore.
Well, it's on the news. They said if you get vaccinated, you don't have to wear your mask. They said it.
Yeah, I'm not going to trust that. You know, I'm vaccinated, you know, and it's so funny because like in the beginning, I was like, nah, I'm not going to get vaccinated. I'm going to wait. But then, you know, after being separated from my family for so long, and then, you know, of course, my parents, you know, they got it. And then, you know, my sister got it. And then my daughter got it, you know, so I'm like, everybody's getting it. Like,
it's like the way peer pressure is set up.
Exactly. Yeah. And it really becomes more so that you don't want to impact them, you know, like you don't want to put anyone else at risk. So for like me and my crew, you know, most of us are vaccinated, you know, but yeah, it's that kind of funny feeling.
And thoughtfulness. Like when I was in the show, I had to keep getting tested to see if I was positive or negative for COVID. And I was going to see my mom or whatever. So whatever, before I was seeing her, I was always getting a test. I got so many tests. I'm like, they know me over there.
But y'all need to give me a degree. I need it.
Yeah. But, and then when I got vaccinated, I said, yeah, I'm doing this for them. So
yeah.
See what happens.
Yeah. So that's interesting, right? If we grow another limb or not.
Yeah. It hit me bad. I told you I was in the bed like, oh.
Yes. Well, shoot, at least there was that comfort in that, you know, it wasn't like, oh my gosh, my eyeball's going to fall out. But everybody was kind of like getting a little bit of reaction to it. I mean, oh my goodness. Oh, and then, you know, we were thinking also about like how is this impacting us at home, work and play? You know, you always hear MProper Mimi talking about, empowering women at home, work and play. So now we're about to get back into work. We're about to get back into play. Some of us ain't left home, so we're trying to get out of home.
Yeah.
But like, how is this impacting your lives in like those different areas?
I can't walk in heels.
No.
It's hard. I'm getting into it now.
Oh.
But it was like I went out And I was like, what the? I tried.
You look like those videos of the little kids trying to figure out how to do it.
Yeah.
They were probably better than me.
Oh my goodness.
I'm getting better now. So that was one that hit me. And I actually enjoy working from home.
Really? Are you going to be one of those people who are like, no, I don't want to go back to the office? Or are you going to be like, take me back 3 days a week? I'm going to have to go back.
The type of job I have, I'm going to have to. I don't like the acting part of it. I'm not a fan of self-tapes and self-auditions. That I would rather go to a casting place.
Yeah.
But working from home, I actually enjoy it. But, you know, it's what it is.
And I think one of the things that, like you said, about empowering women at homework and play, and I was just reading an article the other day about how many women like completely left the workforce because of COVID, because you can't be 12 different people. I mean, you can attempt to be, but so many women kind of got pushed out of the workforce. So it's like, it's a luxury to be like, oh, you mean I can choose whether I work from home or choose this? Like that measure of flexibility wasn't available to a lot of women. Yeah. And so I like the fact that it's prompting conversations about that and about what to do to combat that. So you're not like, because if you remove women from the workforce, like the measure of ideas and creativity and just the benefit of having that touch from us is a big deal. And so being in an environment where it's removed, it's like, you're going to lose. Yeah.
And that's really been important. I've been hearing a lot about that too, on how, you know, women, you know, and a lot of it depends on the school systems too, because a lot of the women, even in a 2-family or a 2-head household, you know, the kids come to mom for the most part for like help with this or help with that. The husband, the dad, the partners, you know, like they come to mom for like, oh, honey, where's this? Where's that? And then you have work. So then you're on your computer working from home, but then somebody's tugging at you. And then, you know, with the school system, if a kid has a cough or they have allergies, they have to stay home, and then they go back to school. And it's just like, okay. And for younger children, some women are like, well, it's cheaper for me to stay home because the kids aren't going to school. They have virtual school, so they need to be home with them. But it really is impacting the workforce, you know, of how many women.
Childcare is very expensive. So it's better to be home and take care of your child that way.
Yeah.
And then also, because you're virtual and you're working from home, some people, it created an environment where you're literally plugged in for the duration. That people are like, oh, well, they're home, so I can email you at 11 o'clock, or I can email you at this time or that. And so like, you will really be like focused on setting appropriate boundaries, because everybody else is like, oh, this is great. So I can, you should be able to do this because you're home. And it was like, yeah, but so is everybody else. Yeah. And all these other things that need to get done are now like, I'm sure there's women out there that's like, I'm going back to the office.
They're like, take me back to the office.
Yeah, some people actually do want to get out and everything. But then a lot of companies see people working from home, like you said, their productivity has gone up. They're doing well for people not being in the office, because the office, you slacking off in there.
You standing by the water cooler talking about what you saw on TV last night. Who has time to type a message? Girl, did you watch? It's like, no, I'm good. Right? Exactly. I'll talk to you when we get off.
So a lot of people are acting, certain companies, like, it's not everyone coming back.
Yeah, phased.
It's phased, and a certain percentage are rotating, you know?
Yeah.
So things are changing.
That's going to be big. Yeah. We're definitely going to have to talk about that. Yeah. Because women are opting out of the workforce, or they're phasing re-entry to the workforce. So, you know.
Or they're sitting behind a podcast mic like, hey. So, and both of y'all,
I don't need this corporate job no more. I'm going to just rock the mic.
Yes.
And listen to the two of you all day. I was like, wait, I might need to update my podcast voice, because I'm giving y'all, and y'all are like so sultry and so like smooth.
Do you like it?
I'm like, I love it. And I'm like, hey, la, la, la. And it's like, oh, I'm sorry. So about that.
You're funny.
But also,
we need everybody's voice.
That's what I was about to say. Also, because so many of them are home or doing something different, and it prompted them to like sit behind a mic, it brings a new voice into, I don't care if there's a million podcasts, what you have to offer and what you came to share is going to be of value, and somebody needs to hear it. So it's like, yes, get behind the mic, just tap in.
It's like being an artist and having a one person show. Everybody has a story. Everybody has a story. So just bring it.
That's right. And y'all keep on tuning in to
bring it. Bring you.
Yeah. Exactly. So unique.
So are you going on maskless dates, Fab? Is that what we're doing in these streets?
For me?
No. Fab.
What does that, if you show up for the date and he says, oh, girl, I got vaccinated, and he doesn't have a mask or anything on?
Does he have his vaccination card?
No, that's what I said. Is it equivalent to anything?
No, I want someone mask for now.
Yeah.
I'm not. Yeah, mask.
I mean, at least you got to get to know their lifestyle. Because even when we were talking about dating during COVID, now we're dating post-COVID, it's going to be the same. Like, I need to get to know you, how you live in your life, and how reckless you are before you take off your mask.
Exactly. It's a lot.
She said, before you take off your mask. And I was like, message.
Oh, no.
It's true, though. Like, it's interesting because I think a lot of people learned more about who they are as people during COVID and the things that they really like about themselves and the places they need to grow. So like, if you're getting to know someone during that process, the person that you're getting to know may not be what you end up with. And so like you said,
yeah, or they think that they're going to change who they are after, like post-COVID. I'm like, so you're going to do stuff that you didn't do before. So now you're not the person that I thought I knew.
There was no work involved in this revelation.
Right, exactly. How now all of a sudden, hey.
I have questions, like you said.
Right.
Ta-da! It's like,
don't
it's
be
not a magic trick.
Don't be acting
it's
brand
the
new.
Same.
Mm-hmm.
But do you think that what do you think changed about you, like on the other side of this? Like, do you feel like there's ways that you're different now than you were before?
I don't know. I think I done changed at least 2 times during pandemic. Because I can remember I can remember thinking, oh yeah, I used to do this. And then I'm like, oh, well, then I started doing that. And then now we're about to go back into the world. And I'm like, because I'm a little social butterfly. I love, meeting, greeting people, networking, connecting people and everything. And my sister is more of a introvert. So she's like, people are like, aren't you like Mimi's sister? She's like, who are you? I don't know you. Like,
Back up.
Right? She's like, I'm like, come on, let's go somewhere. And she's like, why? I don't want to see those people.
Like, hey, at least you're honest.
Right. And so now for me, I kind of have enjoyed a little bit of downtime because like my schedule was so busy, multitasking, doing so many things, going here, going there. And I'm still kind of busy virtually, meetings here, there. But you can pick and choose and you can decline. And so, yeah, I don't know. I mean,
how often would you have declined a meeting pre-COVID? How often did you decline meetings?
I would probably try to make as many as I could, to be there, to show face. You know what I'm saying? To be present,
You're like, I'm present with Mimi now. Y'all can get a rain check. For real though.
I feel with this though, I'm loving myself more.
Oh yeah.
And paying attention to myself more.
I'm the amen corner. You said that and I'm like,
praise the Lord.
Single too. I was like running a lot and I'm social. I'm also a social person, but I'm also an introvert too. So it's like I'm a little bit of both. But because of COVID, we're in and it makes you think about you. And and I'm liking me more. than I did before. I have to admit, I'm liking me more than I did before. So that's a good thing. That's come out of this.
I love
super
it.
positive. Yes.
Liking me more.
Yeah.
That's good. Yeah, because I think I was moving so fast to not think about myself or not think about, oh, I'm still single. Oh, I don't have this. Oh, I don't have this. Oh, I'm not, where I want to be in life or blah, blah, blah. So I'll just keep busy. And because I'm an actress and burlesque, I was just in things all the time. But this made me stop. And I'm like, oh, wow.
Yeah. And you are in a show now, right? You got another burlesque show.
Yes, we have a new burlesque show. We had it last night. That's why I'm a little tired now. Got a little late last night. In Jersey City called Dirty Jersey Burlesque. And we got residency at Headroom Lounge. So if anyone wants to get tickets, you have to get tickets like right now for Thursday. Like we sell out quick. And because we're going through the precautions, so the seats are spread apart, it's not a whole lot capacity. So you have to buy tickets online. And we have like 3 or 4 performers. So it's not like a whole crew, because I've been in productions and it's a whole lot of people backstage. It's not a whole lot. We have to be masked on if we come out into the audience, because the drag queens used to be at this, they're there at Headroom too. So they would wear these clear masks so they could lip sync. You could see their mouth. And
I was going to ask you, how are you?
So it's clear because drag, you have to see the you're lip syncing. It doesn't make any sense.
You're just giving them eyes. Like,
talk with your eyes.
No, with your eyes. So, we come into the audience. We have that. If not, if we're on stage, it's 10 feet apart, and I could be without mask. So it depends on what type of act you do. So and it's been wonderful. People loving it, loving coming to a venue and seeing live performance.
Yeah.
And it's good. It's a good thing.
That's what I love.
7:30.
Yay! I love that. Yes, because you want to watch performances. I love theater. Love, interacting with audience and stuff like that. So
it's a good feeling.
But having a real live in-person audience to really celebrate you while it's happening, and you get feedback. Because that's one of the things, like live performances, the fact that it's alive means that anything can happen. Whatever, whoever's in the audience is going to color your experience a little bit. You're going to get a little.
I was having a hard time putting my pasty on last night. It was.
Did it keep falling off?
I was like, oh my God, especially in Jersey, you have to keep your pasties on. You get away with it, not in Jersey. So I'm like, oh my God. And it was like a cross. It was an interesting, very hard. And I'm taking out costumes I haven't messed with in a year and a half.
It's like, how do you do this?
So it was so funny backstage. I'm putting it on. I put it on, and I'm getting ready, and I'm like, these look weird. And my other performer, Foxy Bella Freak, I love her so much. She was like, oh yeah, you need some more tape on there. And it's so funny because I'm tall. I'm 5'11". I'm a big girl, and she's small.
She's eye level.
Her hands are so little. And she was like, I did it. She cut the tape. She's underneath my boob, fixing it and putting it in.
She's like,
We're all helping each other. I was like, because I couldn't even get in there. Her hands were little. And I was like, whoa, thank you.
Everybody needs a little friend, to help with the girls.
Like a real-time explanation about why you don't like self-tapes, because you want the team to be there just in case my pasty won't come on.
But I've been doing it, so I'm getting gigs.
Yeah. Look, doing them and booking, booked and busy.
Booked and flexible, booked and blessed. So yeah.
That's how we like to keep it.
Listen.
Keep giving it to the people. Keep bringing it for them.
So it's good. It's a good thing. And live performance. Yeah. Like I said, Broadway's coming back. September. Lion King, Hamilton, Wicked.
Yes.
Chicago too? I think Chicago is one of them.
I don't know.
I don't know if it's the same time. I thought I saw a commercial.
Yeah.
So, it's coming back. So,
I'm intrigued as to what it's going to look like.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, it's got to be different. Because I don't care if everybody said they're vaccinated. If you're sitting in a theater this close to strangers and somebody coughs, the whole theater is going to be a hush across the room. Like,
I know they done told us all this time that it's airborne and it can float and travel for long distances, right? And then you're going to tell me that I don't need to wear a mask if I've been vaccinated. But what about the other people out there who are going to attack me?
It doesn't. Yeah. It doesn't mesh well.
1 + 1 is 7, basically, is what they're saying. It's like,
didn't he say, you don't have to wear masks, it's not right. And all of a sudden, oh, yes, you do. Please put them on. We were all like, because I was wrong.
It's somebody out there manufacturing masks that has a connect at the CDC that's like, wait. We still got 600,000 of these cute little masks left over.
Right. They're like, no,
so
bro,
can you send another? They were holding on to those masks and they're a year old. We needed them to get rid of them so we could get some new cute little, that little face shield.
Yeah,
that was cute.
I'm getting used to the face thing, the clear.
Yes, have you seen those big ones?
Oh, I have
the clear plastic one.
Yeah, I have it. I did it for performance, but when I come out in the audience, it felt a little funny. I think I sent you a picture, Caz. Remember? Because it fits and it ends here. And it comes up and goes around my ears. But I'm getting used to it. It's not bad.
And you could see her full beat.
And you see everything.
Full face.
That's important.
I was like, oh, this is, because good and well, you put on all these beautiful red lips and you get to where you're going and the mask is like a beautiful red lip in the inside. You're like, oh, I don't have any, nothing here. Oh,
well, that's why people weren't putting any makeup on here. And everybody was doing this. And then a lot of people were breaking out because of the mask too.
You got me that cute little, she got me a mask that you put on that goes under your mask. You know, those ones you open and it's literally designed to be worn under your PPE. I was like, this is cute.
Yeah, give you a little bit of extra space there.
Yeah,
But get my spa treatment in the middle of the day under my mask. Yes, please.
I was going to say, yes, people, you do need to wash your mask. Like if you're reusing masks and even if you're layering them, like be sure to wash them.
You have to wash them. You have to wash them.
Shoot. That's one person we won't be dating, some dude with a dirty mask.
He take his mask off and you're like,
he's going to be like mask shaming. But like, what's, oh, nice to meet you, but I have an emergency. I gotta go.
Well, and you know what else is really interesting about that is what I've noticed is the number of times that when all you get is this, and when you're talking to people and they take their mask off, it's like this whole reintroduction to faces.
So many people who don't look like you think they're gonna look.
Yeah.
Oh,
because you don't know how the face is structured down here,
and how much of an impact.
And how
Yeah. We were talking about that in the salon. We were like, how there's hat fishing, where when a guy's wearing a hat and then he takes off the hat and he looks totally different because he's bald under the hat. Well, we were saying, well, what if there's going to be like mask, like.
You said what there's going to be, there is.
There already is. That's what we were just saying. Like people look a little different without their mask. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Oh,
I'm still excited to head back out though. I'm like, so many people I haven't seen in a year and a half.
In person, right? It'll be good to see them in person. Yeah.
And so it's such a treat just to hug people. I'm a hugger and I miss that. I'm like,
I kind of like that. I'd be like, all right, thanks. Good luck.
Now I'm not just hugging everybody. I use my discretion. No, just my discernment
is very important. We're gonna use that in all aspects of home, work, and play. Like,
listen.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it.
Well, thank you, ladies. It has been so good catching up with you both.
So good to see your face and to kick here with you. It's always a treat.
Always.
Yes. I've learned so much from you, ladies.
Anytime, you know that if you just want to call in. We've been doing call-ins too. We've tried that, right? We did the call-in.
Oh, I want to do that. Yes.
Yeah.
Because you guys you premiere your videos on Sundays at 3, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Oh, okay.
So call in and cut all the way up with us.
Call in. Yeah, we can do that if we.
Yes.
Okay.
We're going to have some ideas. We could do some call-ins.
Yes.
We could do some
Yes.
Clubhouse. We could do
Yeah.
some podcasts. We're going to do a little bit of everything.
I got to get with the Clubhouse. I know I'm bad. I stopped. You've got me.
I mean,
I don't
you
know.
take it, you leave it, you know.
Like I said, I got turned off when I went into one room. I just was wanted to listen to what they were talking about, and the girl kept saying hi and kept saying my name. Like, no, I don't want to talk.
I'm just here to
said, I'm an
observe.
introvert in real life. Why are you doing this to me?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
And she kept doing it. Like I kept going out and coming back in.
And she's like, oh great, you're back again. Thank you. Fab Fox, thank you for coming back. And you're like, no, stop calling my name.
Make it stop.
After that, I haven't touched it.
Oh.
She said, you won't get me again.
Well, I'm going to be working with the Black podcasters, and they're going to be doing like a weekly session, you know, so we're going to be having our chit chats. So you guys come on in.
Fantastic. Congratulations.
Yeah. It'll be Mondays, you know, I think.
Are you a moderator too?
So y'all going to have to come in.
Just don't call me out.
Oh, no.
Listen, she's inviting you to talk.
Yeah,
and it's
I'll
Mimi.
text you. I'll be like, Mo, you going to come up on stage?
Oh, we have to talk.
You don't have to, but she's saying, girl, we just talked about how your voice is important. Come on now.
You could share some info.
Be bold, be brave. You're going out in the streets after a global pandemic and you talk about you're afraid to speak up on the mic in Clubhouse, girl. Mimi
should be having her own little burlesque show, you know, out there showing the girls.
You just told the people about your pasties.
It's two sides to me. It's one side that and the other side, nope.
Well, I love both of those sides. You know, we have a lot of fun.
Yes. Yes.
Type of chameleon.
I love it.
Serve it up.
Well, that's what I said, both of you. You give good every time. It's always like, yes, I'm here for all of it. All of it.
But this has been
thank you so much for having us.
Thank you so much.
Yes. Oh, anytime. Oh, good. Well, thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Ciao. That wraps up another episode of MProper Mimi, and a special thanks to my guests, Caz and Fab. You ladies are wonderful, and I can't wait to see you guys in real life. So much has happened this past year with COVID, and now that we're getting ready to go back outside, everybody's going to feel a little different way about it, you know, but we have changed so much about ourselves. So we've actually grown, and everyone has different ways that they feel about it, of getting ready to go back outside. But I'm happy to know that my sisters are going to be there. You know, they're ready with their family and friends to play it safe, but we're going to always have fun at home, work, and play. And we're going to be there for each other, to support each other to get it through. So have a wonderful week, and be sure to share and follow MProper Mimi wherever you listen to your favorite podcast, and check out Caz and Fab as well on YouTube, and subscribe so you get to see when they come out with their next episodes.